Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, one I want to cover was 4 levels of learning. So that's going to be interesting to kind of show you later. But if you're new to me and don't know me, my name is Dave. I'm starting my online journey as a family freedom influencer and influencer meeting, helping families to get to financial freedom from having their own business, working online, and working from home. So entrepreneurship, home-based business, making money online, making money on your own time, family free time, all those things are kind of resonate with you, then please check out this video. Give me a like and subscribe if you could. And well, first thing I wanted to cover was, I want to jump right in. I've covered kind of goal setting in the last videos that I did and kind of goal settings for my channel, what I wanted to do, things that I wanted to cover in the channel. But this now what I want to cover is, as I've learned from the 6 and 7 figure earners that I'm kind of mentoring under and in groups with and stuff like that. I've learned that as you learn, you teach. So I'm currently right now in one of the 6 figure earners, one of his courses that he has, a free course. So I'm in it. So it's pretty cool. So one of the things that you're kind of teaching and learning is that as you start any online journey or a YouTube channel or anything kind of video oriented, you ideally what you want to try to do is have that process or whatever kind of flow, have everything kind of tied together. So I did goal settings for general goal settings for my channel. Now this video, what I wanted to cover was, stay tuned to the very end, because again, I want to cover 4 levels of learning, but learning in general, to do process, to learn to do any kind of online business, online journey. And a lot of people are having success with different online ventures, different avenues. There's different avenues of online ventures you can do. But specific to this channel, what I'm looking for is things for making business through Facebook, through Pinterest, through Instagram. I'm starting a YouTube channel, and also doing affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is something that I've been studying for the last couple of years now, and really time to, get out of the comfort zone and get into action. What I'm always, hearing from mentors that are kind of helping me and kind of pushing me along here as I'm dragging my feet to kind of getting in front of the camera here and getting going is you just got to start. You just got to make the choice in your mind to just get started and just do it. Just start where you're at. Ideally you want to study, do some background stuff and know what you're going to talk about in any kind of video or any kind of posting, anything you do. You want to have some kind of background and know a little bit about what you're talking about. But ideally, you just want to start. Just get going and get started. Because what has been said is it's like 80%, 20% kind of thing, where 80 or 90% of deciding to make a decision to jump out of your comfort zone and do something, 80% of it is in your mind. The mindset is the main number one culprit for getting started in anything. Some people are in their head too much, thinking, oh, I can't do that. I'm not sure I can do that. What if I did? It didn't work. And what's people going to say when they see my videos? And what are people going to say when they see my posting? But just know in general and get it off your chest and get it out there. And the open first thing is there's going to be haters out there. There's going to be haters. Even some in your family are going to say it's going to be haters. What you got to do, though, is get yourself around like-minded folks that are, I'm not saying a cult thing or anything, but I'm just saying like-minded folks that are inspirational and hopeful and boosting you and where you're lacking, they could probably jump in there and give you a crutch and give you a boost and push you in the right direction. So it's 95% mindset and 5% the actual skill, actual doing it. So the big main thing is getting your mindset, and really I'm encouraging everyone to do is personal development every day. I'm not saying that you crazy development. I'm talking about personal development in areas that development of public speaking. If public speaking is something that you want to do, starting creating a YouTube channel like we got here going, studying, and doing on philosophy and prosperity and money mindset and getting your because a majority of the time, if you're going to start something and you're thinking, you know what, really don't think I can do it, really truthfully, then you're not going to do it. It's not just go ahead and just stop it there, because you're not going to do it, because 80% of your mind has already given up on the project, whatever it is. 80% of your mind has already given up on it. So it's really important just to dive in there and do it. Maybe when you start, you're not going to know all the answers. If you go into some of the YouTube guys that got YouTube channels, if you go back to their first couple of videos, you're going to see that most of the beginning ones, the very first or second ones, sucked. And they'll tell you in the videos. I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube where they said, if you go back to my first one or two, it was terrible. There was no energy. There was no excitement. I was just starting. And that's where they just say, just get into it and get started. Get going. Make a move is the main important thing. So I'm really encouraging to do some kind of like personal development every day. Some kind of mindset thing, some kind of set yourself in the right direction. Just to boost yourself, to get you thinking right, get you thinking success, get you thinking moving ahead. So I'm really encouraging everyone to, like a Rich Dad Poor Dad is something to like the first couple of videos to read. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Those are a couple of good first ones to start out with, something that's going to give you a boost. And those two books I've read and very interesting. Think and Grow Rich is mindset, growing. And then the Rich Dad Poor Dad is puts you more into the mindset of being an entrepreneur. So if you wanted to kind of really be, I say, if you had to say, give me a 1-2, probably the first one would be Rich Dad Poor Dad. That gets you kind of in the entrepreneurial kind of mindset. And then the Think and Grow Rich gets you the dreaming and reaching out and having faith in doing that. So I really encourage everyone to reach out every day, do 10 or 15 minutes of personal development, encouragement, and really step out of, look to step out, because this is my year, actually. I say this is my, and as I'm getting started here, this is my year of, as I mentioned to a friend of mine the other day, this is my year of reaching out of my comfort zone. Getting this Facebook page that I have in a YouTube channel, this YouTube channel that I have, get them tied together and get them boosted and get them off the ground. So it's very exciting. And like I said, in videos I'm going to have, in future videos I'm going to have, I'm not saying I'm going to have all the answers. I'm going to know everything. But in comments and anything below, just comment below and let me know anything that if you know me one-on-one that you like cover or kind of curious about, want more information about, I'd be glad to, I'll dive in and research it and make something for it. But I'm really encouraging everyone just to personal development, just to, build yourself up, to move forward, is really, really important. And again, that's something that ties really into the personal training that I'm, kind of training that I'm in now, free training, actually, training that's, $3,000 and $4,000 they could be charged for this training, and other ones have paid. But this particular mentor that I'm working with, he's set up a group where once you get tagged in that group, so to speak, he's got this training for free that shows you direct and indirect market sales and marketing and stuff. So, and not saying it's all about marketing, but just about just sharing programs. Not necessarily saying you're going to get on, do something like a YouTube channel or any kind of video like this just to sell something, just to sell. I mean, just to share, to share your views, share your ideas. And hopefully someone comes along and likes and shares and tags along with you. So really awesome. Thanks a lot. And 4 levels of learning is what I get to the meat and potatoes of our video here. So level 1, the first level, which everybody all starts out and we all get to beginning at, is your unconscious incompetence, whatever it is. You don't know what you don't know. Everyone starts at this level. You're just beginning a task, just beginning a project, just beginning a new sport, anything. You don't know what you don't know. Everyone starts there. And level 2 is your conscious incompetence, meaning you're still conscious. You're conscious of what you don't know, but you're still incompetent. You're still not really sure how to do it. You're still learning the process of how to do it. You're aware of what you don't know, and you know what you need to do, and what you need to do to learn it. You're aware of the task, the journey, the skill, the whatever, you're aware of it, and you're also aware of what you need to do to learn it. Blogging, if you're starting a new instrument, learning the music, learning how to play it, any kind of sports, you're learning the system, learning the skills of the whatever position or whatever it is you're playing, or blogging or anything like that. You're learning the process of what to do and when to do it, stuff like that. And level 3 is you're conscious and you're competent. This area that most people are at, you're conscious of what you need to do. You know the skill. You know how to do it. You feel fairly confident in it. But, however, you still have to think through what you're doing. You're conscious of it. You know how to do it. But before you do it or type or play or whatever or get ready, you really have to take yourself a second and then think about it and then do it. Kind of thing. You're it's kind of like you're reacting to it instead of just doing it. So you know what you know, but you have to think through it. Is level 3. Like if you think about any kind of like sports fan or sports, like I'm using the sports analogies here. So any kind of like sports or anything like that, soccer, football, volleyball, any of those sports, when you first start on a new team, every team's system is different. Coaching style, coaching system, every system is different. So every person that goes to a new team, to a new sport or whatever, you have to learn that team system. So you're kind of reacting to you tend to play those sports players in the beginning, or players coming out of college into the pros, or out of high school into college. You play a little bit slower, getting used to the system, kind of building up. So being that you're going a little slower, you're kind of reacting to kind of thinking, okay, when I'm going to make this play, then I have to go this way, and then but make sure I don't. When that thinking, it's like you're reacting. So you're in your head and you're thinking too much. So you're conscious and competent, meaning you can do it, but what tends to happen is you have to think through it. You just still have to think some. You still have to think some. So what really boils down tends to is just practice. The old time saying is practice makes perfect. Well, practice does make perfect, but practice also makes permanent. It's a new saying, like I said, I'm saying throughout my video here in the new training in the 6-figure training that I'm going through. The saying in there is practice makes permanent. Practice makes you permanent in knowing knowing how to do whatever you're doing. Practice makes you permanent, and makes you know how you know how to perform and how to do it. And level 4, we finally get in there. Level 4 is your unconscious competent, meaning you know it. It's second nature, rolls off the tongue. You know it. Somebody says it, you do it. Before somebody says, "Hey, we should probably do it," you've already got it done. Kind of second nature to you. You as a skill you already know. Like back to the sports analogy, playing all the popular quarterbacks and the famous pitchers and the soccer guys, the soccer players, those ones that are at the top of the game are all ones, they're all conscious and competent. Now the conscious, circle back to conscious, competent, that's the place where most people are at. And most people get stuck in number 3, conscious competence. I mean, you know it, but you still have to think through it. You still have to practice it. So most people are at that level. But where you're going to start to move ahead and be accomplished and be atop of that skill or that program or that sport or that activity or that business venture or whatever you're on, to get in level 4 where you're conscious, where you're unconscious, competent, meaning you're second nature. You don't think about it. You just go through. You don't have to think about it. It's like the back of your hand. It's kind of like second nature. And most amateurs, people who are beginning or who are trying to get to amateurs, most of them get stuck in level 3 and don't get to level 4 because, again, you're in your head and you're thinking too much. So that tends to be the thing that most people get stuck at, is level 3, where you want to get to pro and get to where people are listening to you and where people are where you're kind of starting to be kind of a leader in your industry or in your thing, where you're and you're even me. I'm level 3 here. I got my notes here. I'm studying. So in the where most people tend to get stuck is level 3. but get to level 4 where people can see that you know what you know, and you know your skill, and you know because what's going to happen is people are going to listen. People are going to listen to you, and they're going to see in your tone, in how you're doing. People are going to tell where you know what you know, and people are going to be able. And people tend to want to follow people who are completely know what talking about. Generally, everything takes practice. Like I said, practice makes permanent. Everything takes practice. These videos doing these always takes practice, and this is one of my maybe 6 or so one I have out now. So, and then as I said in the beginning of this video, if you go to the YouTubers that are out there and the other guys that are out there doing videos, if you go back to the first couple of ones, they're going to tell you that they were terrible. Practice makes permanent. Practice gets you in the whatever you're doing, gets you in the leader of people to follow leader, and because people want to follow leaders, people want to know what they're talking about. And one way that people become leaders is they analyze everything, analyze yourself every day, analyze what can I do what can I do to make today better than yesterday? And before I get to tomorrow, what can I, at the end of my day, setting up tomorrow, which I'm a big one for kind of setting up the next day, kind of knowing what's ahead and be able to to analyze so you can make tomorrow better than today and today better than yesterday, kind of always be improving and moving ahead. So, and you want to learn your craft, learn whatever craft is, whether it be the sports. I keep going to sports analogies of sports, the blogging, any kind of internet thing or YouTube or everybody beginning, even in Facebook and Instagram and all that. Everybody had to learn all that at the beginning to be able to craft and be able to. And now people are rattling off every day, telling what they're doing in all the social media things. So, it's important just improve yourself, to be more comfortable and more confident, and be able to project out and give your information, so someone can easily follow along with you, and something that, again, it goes along with the teaching that kind of program thing that I'm in, the training that I'm in, is being able to learn and then teach. There's so many that you can confidently come across, somebody's going to easily follow and be able to duplicate or do whatever you're doing. They can say, okay, so he did this, so I can do this too. Not maybe copy and dialect and do the exact same periods and same words and everything, but your own kind of spin on things, but something that somebody can follow along with behind you and be able to kind of do kind of same thing. So what happens? People can tell where you're at. People tend to tell what level you're at and where, kind of what number you're at. And you also can circle them back. You can be at different levels with different things. With me here on the YouTube channel, I could probably confidently tell you that I'm level 3. It's not like the back of my hand stuff yet. So, but that's all stuff that comes and you build and everything. But what I can tell you, in previously, I have been in businesses where I used to work, where I was previously working, where a lot of stuff there was second nature. I rattled off and stuff was second nature. So I used to say that I was 90% of everything that I did there I knew in like the back of my hands. But my saying that I tend to said. Anyway, back to my thing. I'm getting sidetracked. I guess examples of kind of different stages is like tying your shoes, or learning to ride a bike, or stuff like that. You had to go through each stage. You didn't really know how to ride a bike. Then you had to put the training wheels on. You had to learn how to balance, move one up, and kind of balance on one side, take them both off, learn to balance. Take one off and learn to balance on one, and then take them both off, and then learn the person behind you. Hey, don't let go. And then, I'm hanging on, and you're going on down the road, and you look back, and the person's not hanging on to you. So that's kind of how you learn. So. And one of the kind of funny thing is somebody said in the group thing I'm in, that's one of the people right around my age a lot of people probably know how to drive the stick shift, like manual transmission. So the kind of the funny thing in the group was, if you want to have like an extra, you have your security system in your car. If you want to have an extra security system, is to get a stick, because most people nowadays, they don't know how to drive a stick. So that's kind of the extra kind of funny thing. It's kind of maybe say inside thing, but it's kind of funny things that people see the manual gear shift inside and say, what the heck is that? So that was a running joke of that's probably could be extra security system for you to get a manual, because most people nowadays always get automatic. Me personally, I like the manual. I learned the manual very young when I was young. When I first started driving, I started to learn the manual. Uncle of mine learned me how to do a manual. So I grinded many gears, but I did get it and still know it. So, and then one example, another friend in the group said that he was teaching his daughter how to do the pogo stick. So his idea was, he told her, if you practice a pogo stick, if you want to learn how to do that, if you did it once a week, you're going to take like 10 years before you learn how to do the pogo stick. And if you did like once a month, you're going to be 30 years before you really figure out how to play it, how to use it. And then if you wanted to really move ahead, you had to practice every day, many times a day, and you learn it faster. So I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you tuning in my videos. So the 4 levels of learning. Is any comments or anything I can you'd like to leave for me, or any questions or anything I can elaborate more on, please leave me in the comments below. And if you could give me a like on this video, I appreciate it, and share it. Is anyone you think that would get some value out of it? I hope I did give you some value and some good content here, and I have many more coming, many more exciting things. So 4 levels of learning. So what level are you at? Are you level 1, level 4? I know a lot of us probably are level 4 on a lot of things. Everybody's going to be different levels, but on different things. So what level are you at? So, and strive to get at to level 4. And one thing's going to help you get to level 4 is learning, developing, practicing. Makes you permanent. And then, and don't circle back to the very, very beginning of the thing here. Is just remember your self-development every day, personal development. To really help you, boost you in, to get you in the right mood, get you in the right mindset. The main key thing here is going to be mindset. I don't know if later I can do a video maybe on just on mindset alone, but really just setting your mind straight to really start to learn what you want to learn, or what's the skill or whatever you want to learn, and then tackle it. So thanks a lot for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Give me a like and share, subscribe if you could, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Take care.